President Obama today cast his ballot in Chicago on the first day of voting in the midterm election, and the woman who was voting right next to the president got a huge shock when her fiancé took the opportunity to make a wisecrack to the president. I'll speak with a couple in just a moment, and they are a real joy to talk to. But first, watch the voting experience they will likely never forget. You will not see the young woman's fiancé. You're going to hear his voice.
You know, I really wasn't planning on it.
I am sorry. Please excuse me.
Now there's an example of a brother just embarrassing you for no reason.
Embarrassing.
Just for no reason whatsoever.
He was going to say something smart, but I didn't know what he was going to say.
And now you'll be going back home and talking to your friends about it. I can't believe. What's his name?
Mike.
I can't believe Mike. He is such a fool.
He really is.
I was just mortified.
All right, so that's the story they'll be telling at parties for years to come, and also right now. Aya Cooper and Mike Jones join me. So I love what you guys did. Aya, just walk us through this, because you showed up for early voting. You had no idea, first of all, that the President of the United States was going to be there. What did you think when you first saw him?
It was crazy. When I first saw him, he was kind of, addressing the media, and I was just like, oh, wow, that's the president. And then he came over and shook our hands, and I was like, oh, he just shook my hand. And then the people were like, just pushing us through the line, and then the next person's like, you're going to go stand next to him. I'm like, I have to go stand next to him?
You didn't want to stand next to the president?
No.
Too much pressure?
Too much pressure. So, and then the next thing I know, they're like, you, here, stand. I'm like, okay.
I understood that all along, running through your mind, you were worried that Mike was going to say something.
Yeah, that's just Mike's personality.
So Mike has done this before to other people.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, it's a good thing. That's just him. He just does some spontaneous things, excuse me. Just really spontaneous.
Now, Mike, was there ever a moment when you thought to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to do it this time. This is the President of the United States. I'm not going to embarrass my girlfriend in front of him.
Nah, not for 1 minute. I knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity.
So you knew when you saw the president. I love that Aya's first impression is like, oh my gosh, that's the president. Yours was like, I got to step up my game. I'm going to embarrass her on like a whole presidential level.
Exactly. That's all it really was. When I saw him in the room, I was shocked for one moment. Oh wow, that's the president. And after that, I was pretty much scheming.
You were scheming. Because it's funny, I mean, when you're in the room with the president, usually like everybody's hushed, everybody's nervous, people kind of stand around, maybe some people take pictures, but nobody is thinking about like trash talking the president.
All I heard was shuddering of cameras and lights and flashing, and that's all it was. It was complete silence.
But that didn't stop you, Mike.
No, not at all. And I don't want anyone to think. I don't want to give off the impression that the president made a move at Aya. Not at all.
Not at all.
It was completely organic. It's just something that I said because I saw them right next to each other, and I saw her shaking as she was attempting to go through her ballot.
So now explain exactly what you said.
And as I walked past, I said, I know you're the president, but don't touch my girlfriend. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Now, was there ever a moment that the president didn't know if you were kidding or not? Or did you think he knew right from the get-go? I
think he knew from the beginning because I gave them a smirk as I walked by.
Okay.
The tone of my voice, she knew off top, and she started laughing. I think that lightened up the mood.
I was worried that the Secret Service was, going to get all up in your business and get nervous. Like, all of a sudden they'd be on their earphones like, he's talking back to the president.
Yeah, I got some responses from friends and family that said I was pretty bold in doing so because they thought the same thing would have happened.
So, when you heard what Mike said, were you just blushing?
I was blushing, and in my head I was like, oh my God, please shut up. Just shut up, please.
And then the president leaned in for a hug and a kiss.
And a hug and a kiss, And yeah. Michelle, please don't come after me. I'm serious.
Now, Mike, when you saw the president, hugging and kissing your girlfriend, did you then think, wait a minute, I'm going to say something else? Or did you feel like at that point, you know what, I'm just going to let my girlfriend have this moment?
You know what? I thought about it, but at that point, I think I had done my job. She definitely had an experience to remember. And I didn't want the president to think that I was serious. So I kind of left it alone at that. And I saw him wink at her on the way out. I let him know I saw the wink. And after that, you know, and that was it. It was just all fun and games.
Well, Mike and I thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Take care.